Live from the butchery, it's tailgate time.
Hey everyone, welcome back in for week 2. I'm Chef Dave. We're in pop-up at the butchery and we're talking
about half smokes.
Half smokes, that's right. The Detroit Lions are going to be playing Washington, and so like we've been doing and we're going to do is we're going to take some of the favorites, some food favorites from the opposing team, and we're going to throw them into a tailgate form, but we're going to put our twist on them. So this week we did half smokes, which is a traditional, almost like a smoky or a small sausage link that comes with some pork and some beef. As you can see here, we got some pork butt and some top butts. Either way, it doesn't matter. You could use scrap beef and scrap pork if you're grinding them together. Especially if you don't have one of these old-time grinders like Jason has, and I'm telling you, you should see his guns after grinding, hundreds of pounds of meat to make sausage out of that bad boy right there. You can get the pork and the beef ground separate, right? And mix them together with, order online, cheater way. You can get some sausage seasoning just like this, or you can take a basic sausage seasoning like that bad boy, and add your own seasonings to make them either hot or sweeter or whatever flavor profile you want to go with, and kind of manipulate to make your own, but use that as a base, if you will. And again, you can buy casings. You can get little casings or larger casings from sheep or from pigs to make yourself the actual sausage link. What we do is we take those meats, we grind them up, again, like I said, in a more commercial sized grinder, and then we stuff them. This old school stuffer here is kind of fun. But we use a big bad boy like this. We put about 15, 20 pounds of ground sausage in there, and then we just crank it out by hand. And then the sausage comes right out of the nose there. So Jason's gonna tell you about a chili that he made, because a traditional half smoke comes with chili, onion, and I think fresh herbs is what I read. Mm-hmm. So we did our own little twist. Jason did a chili. He'll tell you about the chili that he made, and then we'll talk about the sausages, and then we'll build some.
So I took our 3B burger blend, which is bacon, brisket, short rib, and I made chili out of it. So there's some red peppers, some chili flakes, some onions, and I just kind of made this really nice, almost like a coney style chili, but there's traditionally no beans in there. And then you put it on top of your half smokes. Your half smokes are a little bit coarser ground, so we're not going to go through a real fine plate like this one. We just went through a little bit larger plate one time instead of traditionally how we'll go through two. We have a couple different sausages here. This first sausage we just smoked for about an hour and a half. You can see it's a little bit coarser grind throughout there. And then this one's a little bit darker. We tried this one, so I smoked this one for like 2.5 hours.
No, there's just a little bit, didn't mean to cut you off. There's a flavor profile difference in the three of them. So we kind of did a twist. We did a spicy one, a sweet one, and then almost like a traditional kielbasa or all pork, our version of a smoked.
And not like sugar sweet, like barbecue sweet.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna grill up some of these bad boys on our smokeless grill. So if you're thinking about your tailgate, you would do all this stuff ahead of time, right? Like you could make your sausage on Wednesday or Thursday, have it cold, let it start curing overnight, and then you can throw it in the smoker for 4 to 6 hours. You want to get to about 160 degrees internally, and then let that cool off. I use a little rod across the top of my smoker and then hang them with butcher's twine, and they literally, come down a link. You can see here where it's more, and they just hang right on there like that. And then we let them smoke, and then all that grease that gathers on the bottom, we save that up and sop it up with some bread. No, I'm just kidding. But
you want to though.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So I'll swap sides here. We're gonna talk a little bit about some other toppings that we have today for our half smokes.
Also, when you're smoking too, remember, if we're tailgating in December, you got to smoke at a little bit higher temperature if you're using something like this outside than you do in September, because